Greetings everyone, this is Harmony speaking. This is a private video not meant for the public. It is a unlisted video on my site. The only way you can watch this video is by, well, like you're watching right now. I sent you a private invite link for our group only. It's not to be shared with anyone outside of this group. Okay, so this is just for us alone. What I'm about to say is going to sound like complete insanity unless you know me, you know what I'm about, you've been around for a while, or you can quickly get up to speed by simply going to my channel. It's one of the first two videos I made. It's called QHHT. There's a part 1, part 2. They're 45 minutes each. And QHHT stands for Quantum Healing Hypnosis, where I connect directly to my higher self and I explain who I am, the history of the universe, where it's going, what happened, what's wrong, etc., etc. Just to recap in a nutshell, I am one of 15. My duty station is so far away, you really can't fathom it as a human being. It's on the very edge of this universe, and outside my duty station is a opening, but it's shut all the time. But it does open up and go directly to Source, God, Creator. It's been my job since the universe was created to sing the harmonic frequency, which keeps the universe in balance and in peace. But something happened to the sector. It broke down bad. For some reason, I couldn't fix it from where I was, so I locked up my duty station. I came down here to check things out. I found out, I was basically told, I couldn't fix things because it would basically mean, killing life forms, which violates universal law, and I just couldn't figure out how to fix it. Plus, the bad guys are telling me I can't fix it because I have no right to fix it since I have never been here. So, according to universal law, I had no right or authority or say over a situation that I had never personally been in, and yada yada. We ran into all kinds of political red tape, universal political red tape, and the law won that benevolent species abide by. So some ten-dimensional being said, well, why don't you should incarnate into the physical world. Of course, you'll forget who you are, and you'll go through hell, but it's necessary. So I accepted the mission and incarnated into the flesh. As time is measured, this happened 2,000 years ago. So between my different lives, however many that's been, I've been here in physical form for 2,000 years, which in theory should have never happened. I should have never had to come down here into the physical realm and take a biological unit. But it was necessary, and I learned things, and then I go back to my duty station. And the duty station has what's known as the most advanced physics and math equations known in the universe, where I work on equations to change Source, God, Creator energy. So when he opens up the door and puts his energy down to me, I rearrange it, and there's a wormhole outside my duty station that leads here, and I throw energy through the wormhole to fix this place. And then it works for a while, and then I have to come back because history changes, things change, and then I have to write a new code. I go back, so I go back and forth as necessary, and hopefully this will be the last incarnation for me, and I believe we're going to fix things this time. Also, I explained how a couple of the wormholes got ripped, which caused a major problem why the balance flow of energy broke down here. There was a war before Earth was created. This one species was losing, and they boogied out of here to save their lives. Unfortunately, it was an old technology known as like hyperspace, warp drive type of stuff. Basically, they rip a hole in space and go through that rip. And there was a wormhole in the way, and they ripped through two wormholes because there was a mass evacuation. So they nailed. There were about 4 wormholes, and they ripped apart 2 of them. The other one just kind of, I don't know what happened to it, broke down, and then we have one good one. I have successfully managed to repair the 2 wormholes. So we got 2 working wormholes at the moment. So that's a recap. So for the last month or more, I've been praying, meditating, asking Source, God, Creator to open up the gate and let the energy flow through, because in my opinion, maybe 6 months ago or so, I learned everything I needed to learn, and I figured out all the new equations, did all the calculations. I loaded up my duty station, and it's basically ready to go, just needs energy. So I can take it in, rearrange it, and throw it down here. And so I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. So yesterday, on my lunch break, I was praying and meditating, and approximately 2:30 Central Standard Time, Source, God, Creator, opened up the door, the gate. But I was expecting a huge flow of energy to come through, but no, this life force came through, and rather reluctantly, and kind of hugged the edge of the universe. I didn't realize why at the time, but now, in hindsight, I can tell you it's because he thought I was going to grab him and throw him down the wormhole, which is what I was going to do. That's kind of my job. But he had a different plan. So I watched him. I was very impressed. He threw. Some people, if you astral project, they call it the silver lining cord. Kind of like that. He threw this line from where he was all the way down to Earth. I went, holy crap, how did he do that? I was like, wow, no wormhole technology, no nothing. This thing just shot a line down to Earth and connected to it. And I was just like, wow, that was really impressive. And then after that was established, then it came away from the wall and kind of indicated, okay, I'm ready. And then it moved its cord it just slid it right into the wormhole. And I believe this was done to further fix the wormhole and to make sure his safe journey, because it's one heck of a long journey, folks. So I think part of the reason was to ensure safety and to heal the wormhole and establish things. So then when he was ready, then I pushed him through the wormhole, and he came through. And he came to Earth, and then there's other beings. For example, I've been working with Brian. I think he's finally going to make a video himself. Hold on a second here. Excuse me. I think he's finally going to make a video himself where he will explain what he's been doing in his job, which he has a different function, and basically I cannot do my work without his kind and his folks. It's a joint effort. Excuse me, this is fine, my voice is going. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm not going to go into his functions. He can do that himself. It's not my place to do that. But anyway, so I watched this. Dang it! Hold on. All right. So I watched this life force, which kind of looks like a ball of energy, come into the Earth and go into the center of the Earth. Just to take a couple steps back, I forgot to mention that I've been projecting myself to the dirt beneath our feet, and I haven't been able to sense Gaia, Sophia, nothing down there, except for there's a force field, and a lot of people who can astral project, when they try to go down there, they get hit by this force field, and when they come back to their physical bodies, they get violently ill and sick. I'm the only person that I know of that's been able to get through this force field until recently. And then beyond the force field is a control room of bad guys, a bad species. They are the most powerful beings that are on the bad side that are here. And then below that is a wormhole leading somewhere, but I was not comfortable. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my voice. I was not comfortable going down there. I didn't want to go in that wormhole. I didn't know where it led. I didn't know what would happen. But my general interpretation was that this place was being used as like a battery, or how about this, a gas tank. You siphon gas out of a gas tank. So they were siphoning energy, and that was the control room siphoning the energy out and throwing it to a wormhole, probably going to our old world, so they can take over our old world, is what they're doing. It also was a way for them to go from the old world to here, so it's also a transportation corridor, but more importantly, they're sucking energy out. So I attacked that control room, and I attacked it, and then they rebuilt it. I attacked it again, they rebuilt it, and then one day, this being came and started to go down there, and of course I want to chime in and join the battle and help fight, and then my higher self stepped in and said, no, Byron, step back, we got this, we're going to take care of it. And so now we're at the point where I've been kind of sitting around just waiting and praying for the last month for source God energy to bring open the gate. So anyway, he finally did, and now we're up to where this being came in, and I watched it come into the earth, and once again I want to join in and try to help it out, but then I was told, time out, you did your job, let's do ours. And Brian and I both sense this being has basically taken over the consciousness of this planet. It's just a magnificent blue color. I don't know how to describe it in the core, and it has blue, light blue beyond that, and then white. And it's energizing this place. The last time it was attempted, there was nothing to anchor to, so it bounced off. Every time energy was being brought to this place, there was no anchor, there was nothing to hold on to it, so it just kept dissipating out into space. So it's one of the reasons why things are so haywire here. So anyway, so now it's anchored, it's been established. There are awake beings, humans, and you're included. So now all humans should focus on this energy, strengthen it, pull it into yourself, shine, be a pillar of light, kind of like I said in my video, and help reinforce and establish this energy and help keep it anchored here, and to help spread it and emanate it throughout the world. And this way it will wake people up. So let me see, what next? And also, when it went through, it maintained the cord, and there's energy now flowing through this cord, kind of like a trickle feed, I guess. And this place is going to get more and more beefed up, more established, more energized, more vibrant with energy. And then when that happens, I believe God will open up the gate again and flow a massive amount of energy to my duty stations. What's supposed to happen, I rearrange it, throw it through the wormhole, and then this place will just be like a waterfall of energy coming directly from Source God Creator directly to this place, and just completely change reality as you know it, and move us to the higher dimensions and solve all the issues that we are having. And then the battle will be over. We can restore the balanced flow of energy. Folks can start waking up, remember who you are. You can choose what's supposed to happen when you die. You go to what's known as the Temple of Healing, where you get cleansed of all the garbage, and then you're supposed to move on to other places, or you can go to Source, or you can choose to come back. But you're supposed to have free will after you die. You folks know I was a minister, so what I'm about to say is total blasphemy. Not only did they take over Earth, but they created this fake heaven. The Temple of Healing belonged to us, but they overtook that and took control of our Temple of Healing, so that once you're healed, they immediately grab you, and they don't let it work at full force. They let it heal you just enough, but not to restore your memory, and not to get rid of all the junk, just enough to where you can get your batteries refreshed, kind of like a little vacation. They created this place called heaven, and you get to hang out, and then they knock on your door one day and they say, hey, guess what? You got this life mission and purpose, and this is what you need to do, and come up with your lesson plan, and then they basically trick you into coming back here. They trick you into designing a life plan, purpose, and all this stuff. It's trickery. That's not supposed to happen. In essence, they are forcing people to come back here when that shouldn't happen. It's supposed to be free will. You have free will after you die. You do. You get to choose where you go. You can go back to Source. You can go to another universe, as we call it, another world. You can be another life form. You're supposed to be able to do anything you want. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to get all your memories back. The things that happen aren't supposed to happen. So all that's going to be corrected. We're going to take control back of what folks call heaven, and free all those spirit souls that are trapped there, unless they want to stay there. But we're going to make it so everybody's awake, aware, they know who they are, and give them back their free will, because their free will has been tricked. They've been tricked into using people's free will to make them come back here. So they're tricking they know how it works. They know the rules, and they're tricking people, and they're basically making people use their free will against themselves. Is what's happening. So that's all going to be cleaned up too. So we, as of yesterday, it's starting. We're ramping up the energy, and hopefully it won't take too long till God opens up the door and throws the energy down here, and we wake this whole place up, take back control of this place, because unfortunately we lost control, folks. The good guys, we lost control of the sector, and it has been completely overrun by these negative beings. But now is the time. We're going to take back control, and and then we're going to, I'm not going to get into what's going to happen to them. I talk about that in several of my videos. They've been warned that they have been given the choice to, do something else. And their attitude is, we're not going anywhere, and we're not going to do anything you want. We're just going to continue to stay here and do all our evil stuff, and kind of like make us, force us, we're not going to do anything unless we have to. So that's been their attitude all along. So push comes to shove, well, that will happen, and we will force them. That day, will come. So, excuse me. Let me see. I didn't. Oh, that's cool. Tanner, his eyes glowed. Anyway, that's funny. The dog made my last video too. Perfect timing. I was hysterical. And I didn't feel like sitting 2 inches from my TV. That's why you are watching my living room. And as you probably figured out, I don't like showing my face on videos. Let me see. And you're probably wondering why I'm showing this. Well, I think I go in this one of my videos. This is the very center symbol of all my paintings and diagrams. Basically, you have the 4 living creatures outside the throne of God and inside the throne of God, which are actually the 4 forces of the universe. So this is the weak nuclear force, the strong nuclear force, gravity, electromagnetic force. Energy comes from these outside forces. For example, this one would shoot its energy all the way through here, hits this triangle, gets amplified. So it's an amplifier, shoots the energy right back to the center, and all 4 forces do this at the same time. So this will go through here, and they all hit here, get energized, and at the exact same time, they all throw their energy to the center, where they have an impact, and boom! That's when energy is created, and then that energy flows all throughout the universe. I have here, it's kind of complicated. It's physics talk. It's Einstein's flux factor, and we have a flux inversion factor of 4, and yada yada. I talk about true realities this way, how and the energy comes out, and then it comes back to be cleansed, and the energy gets reused. That's, I don't know, I just decided to throw this one up instead of my usual painting. So let's see, anything else? Oh, I guess that's it for now. We'll have our usual conference calls at 8:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. Well, until then, God bless, peace, y'all be well, and take care. Bye now.